The doors opened, one by one. They stepped in, daughters of emirs, granddaughters of tribal chiefs, educated, graceful, composed. They weren't here for a celebration. They were here to be chosen. Inside Zabeel Palace, under towering chandeliers and silent eyes, a rare royal selection had begun. The mission? To find the one woman worthy of standing beside Prince Hamdan bin Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, Fazza, the crown prince of Dubai. One by one, they entered the great hall, draped in elegance, wrapped in centuries-old pride. Some held their heads high with confidence, others glanced nervously, unsure what the next few hours would hold, but all of them carried dreams. Not every day does a royal crown open its gates to potential queens, but this was no ordinary day. A panel of royal elders, dignitaries, and family women had assembled. But at the center, seated calmly, was Prince Hamdan himself. Observant, poised, silent. He wasn't hidden behind a curtain. He wasn't watching from a distance. He was right there, among them. Because for Fazza, this wasn't just a ritual. This was personal. He wasn't looking for status. He wasn't swayed by lineage. He was searching for something far rarer, substance. The first round was subtle, almost invisible, a simple exchange of greetings, but every word mattered. Every pause revealed personality. Every gesture told a story. The second round, more intense. They were asked questions, not about fashion or flair, but about vision, leadership, and resilience. What would they do during a crisis? Could they represent Dubai on a global stage? Could they balance tradition and modernity? It was less of a beauty pageant, more of a character test. Some faltered, some flourished. Then came something no one had expected. Fazza stepped forward, not as a judge, but as a speaker. He looked at the girls, then at the elders, and said, "A queen is not made by blood. She is made by how she uplifts others, how she stands firm when things fall, how she chooses kindness when she has the power not to." The hall fell into silence. It wasn't rehearsed, it wasn't scripted, it was Fazza, honest, raw, and royal. Then came the last round, a walk through the palace gardens, not alone, but with him. Each girl had 5 minutes, just 5, to walk, to talk, to reveal who they truly were when the cameras weren't rolling. Some asked him about his horses, others about poetry. One asked, "Do you ever feel lonely despite all this royalty?" And for a moment, his eyes softened. "Yes," he replied, "but I believe love changes that." By the end of the evening, whispers had begun. One among them had shown, not the loudest, not the boldest, but the wisest. Her answers weren't rehearsed. Her grace wasn't forced. She asked more than she answered, and Fazza noticed. There was no announcement that night, no crown placed instantly, because in Dubai's royal tradition, great choices take time. But something had shifted. The selection wasn't just about who he would choose, it became about who truly understood the weight of walking beside a man born not just of royalty, but of responsibility. Outside, the city lights sparkled. The moon hung quietly above the palace domes, and somewhere inside those walls, a future queen might have just taken her first step, not with a yes, but with a presence, because sometimes royal love stories don't begin with fireworks. They begin with silence, substance, and a single walk under the stars.